Ebusiafo me ma nyina adwo me ma wa ha me ma achi wo ba bi a wo bia me gidi si ese Kristo nti obia ho ye me nua ba Adama me nua ba Adama me amato ne dim me frɛ no Pulero T but waba ene yesa be din komo de bi na ye twɛn ama abusuafo ni bi aba be kan ho na kyese ye dim enkomo na hyehyɛ so enti me nua te sɛn
Nyame adomo do me ho ye ona mpacho so e.
Me so me hye ho me do. Life is good. I hope se mu nyina abusua nyina nkwala nyina obia ho ye.
Oh, nyame adomo bia ho ye. Thank you.
Good. Onua, oba video no so anu ahye ama ye wai. Ebi ana wo de asema ye beka no wo de he dan hia obebre sa but ebe hia wo nua bi. Ebe hia wo abusua ni bi. Ebe hia wo dofo bi. Enti mpacha wo be piece dwumadie so pe. Na wa mi ahye battle no so. Na wa hye ama wabusuafo ne wadofo nyina nso enya message bi. No, it doesn't cost you anything. That will be so helpful. Intiminia.
Yes, odo.
Ya sha sie de ni asha sie de pem so minim sa de asan baby a wo no. Kwesi adam so de na nkofo be ya akoda no nti we won't keep it too long but enkomo ana me pese me ni udie enkomo a we've had this conversation before in the past. But sɛnea nnura me ne wo kasa backstage ye kan ye no eset saa die ya san ye issue a ɛha aware a lot ɛma bebree na ɛka ho asɛm ɛna obi agye me kunu ɛna obi agye me kunu ɛna obi agye me kunu abɔso ɛna free hin kosi hin na question na me wo ma o edi di kan ne sɛ ɛyɛ die ba ade ne kofa saa ade ne ba what causes infidelity or marriage in mu.
Oh, sweethearts, me da se pass we invite me so about program no so. What share was sister to sister?
Me ya ne sa.
Okay, na ma approve your hand say. Sister, ade e cause factors ne there e do so bebre. See e ba kan, you will just pick a few ni aka ho asem. One say oba ne bema mo ba together say mo ba betena se a e wo say mo tena se adwen say asetena ye ba betena and same bebre e bebam. E wo say enya ye ho abotre na say obi ya mfomso a na the other one no so wakasa achre. Enti say mo mienu mo ba together and it gets to a point bi a communication eni ho a say ufri abonten ba na say wura dem a wo hwe wo partner na onkasa wo ho wo te wo baby woni nje nipa so de wo ba aware mu a you live with your partner woni na and communication na e was a communication na e doso say be during the day krampo ma enya nkasa na when you get back in the evening at least the time am didi or maybe probably modern person na makasa ba anadwo obi aba na obi ate ne baby ase dem ye co-tenants wait ne baby enkomo ni ho enije bi eni ho wodwene bia se wo ba be wura wo fi a na areho abehye wakoma because you know what is waiting for you in your home.
Yeah.
Until lack of communication. So communication ni ho a the infidelity eba. If also say a friend day so be yes addicted to sex on the na dwene mu a se ono obi beda. Eyo oba o eye bemo otena se dwene bia ye me the partner ba kwa nsome me da maame is not enough. Ebi an partner no oye adwuma na obafi a enkwala no ne efie ho niam nkakra aka nti obre nti enyume te be ma no e de no ho ba be ka no bia wo se mabre wo de enye ne next time emema bi wo ho so a sweetheart emema bi wo ha anadwo ene anopa bia wo se wo ma ne yire bi aden
we are
anadwo aden me say washing machine can break it down aden anadwo he has to give it to her. And of course, sorry, I was saying to morning the day. It's say on my bread. And see, sadly, we say so. About so me personally, make it so I can't. Me sorry. In your machine. Nti way oba ne timi ka hwe ne kunu so why sorry on won timi sense be na make so and I wani nje ho ameda me obi a mani je ho pa nti na de na no so why de akofa foforo bi e wo nchen bi a o de gigi na ni obefiri ho aba no na de why ne ho ansa wa ba fie. And it's one factors need a dorsal. And sometimes also unaddressed marital issue. For instance, ebia partner ne ba ko ex bi wo ho a ne ex no one ne omunja ye ba waware wo hye na ware anim na one ex no so hye ho o twe ha de na wo twe ha de ubusa na also no we've stopped but we are still friends. So onya problem kitwe bi na ware ma na ko ka ne ex na wasase adwene se no si ne ex ne te also ne partner we de want sa the ex no treating sa the ex no was better than me one ne te ho ne no nti sweetheart so one factors ni nyina edoso nti maka 3 strong points here a day infidelity eba in marriage. What I say?
Yeah, and mema bebre ameni omudi nkomo ebi beka se me wa aware mu. Emi say it just goes to add on to what you just said. Say many knew of my worry because me no mintimi ni nkomo oni me ni nkomo send ya okay omo send your housemates no mutifie ni. And I get the distinctive impression say when it comes to marriage in pain, and I'm not saying it's always the case, but in a lot of cases, the women seem to be the ones who commit more to marriage, and put in so much. Bema the issue kakre binya bemuna say, or in his mind, free say it's too complicated, and I say it's hard work. And I have to put in effort into it. It's easier for him so obekwa bontin. No akwa kofa foforo say obetene fie. Na we see asem na we fie na e cause no to be unhappy no. Woni me ya adwene.
Me na we ya adwene pa. Who say ye ebi before and in the African society no sana tete na ye tete ye. Ye so oba bro ho ase e wa ware mu. Se wunya wo kwa aware a asem ba kwa e ka cho se abotre because aware se aware be kwa anim edu akire a ejina oba ne so, to be very honest with you. Normally I was say two parties and they play a role no for the marriage to work, but every before na say this in the African society like oba no ne yatete ne say also kwa aware mu a wonya abotre wonya ne ho like she should be submissive so the be a inshira na obenya e wa aware mu ebi be ka ne ma no so the be a ne ma ne be de obenya sa inshira no.
Mitio Casamido.
Yeah. Nti sama working there. Me honestly I think that both parties they have to try their very best. Also two parties for the marriage to work. But and never be brave so almost say and maybe brave be no mo tete aware nim to say enije bi enim odo bi enim but because of nkwala no obi wo ha won pese wo de nkwala ne be sore akoma be ma foforo atete ne ma no because she's working no obeka so de metina mu saa maybe wo ha mo te ho mo so mo no mu kunu krampo enye den and die for 1 whole year 2 years ebia be ma ne da living room ono so da ne dem on say but because of nkwala no because of person nkwala no yes on person nkwala no traumatized and also on person nkwala no education ni bibia ebe say for the kids to feel that mommy and daddy are home no when me and na what is about wo ji areho e wa ware ni okoda wo de ni suo e na da ne pillowcase osora no paso so a wo de ni suo e na sore yankopon ko an nim nia ekọ so e wona komam and most of the African societies so wo kaka kire wa busuan for say your marriage is not working na eniema enko yi a my sister yakasa na wo da predo na mia wa no ko tena mu saa wonim said yesu ye tena ye de mu saa 20 years 30 years na wo de wa ko ramu 5 years so ba be kasa nya abotre na tena mu saa omon pe enhwe ne e ko na ware nim ensiesie ebi kwa mfom so bi wo ho kwan pa woni to se penyi bi nti na ware wo ya obi ware a we have witnesses said be a sebi dachi ukwa wari na se enema nko yi a sa witnesses we say omo ye de omutimi nimu mienu na ebetina se ekata Sometimes you need a third person. So baba kasa e wa ware for obia entna se enhu ne mfum so. Nti bibi say no say be man e say be man na sa e how no e de aba na obey ukoka kire wabusuafo and they sit him down and let him know say na omo baba na e go through no. What is he doing about that? Be me bo ha ofere no wa change. Obi wo ha was wa kogu menim ase ahye ma asem no wa change. Enti scientist na editete ye ye de enyini no unless of course obi a sebi wani abie wonnim se be man also has to play some 50% role no then the mutu ni na you work things out but sebi who free ebusuan bu na say o de ehire o say o de for the marriage to work 99% ni gina oba ne so a wo de bia bibi ye okrampa a wo say wo kasa ma be man ni hu se this thing needs to be addressed. It needs to be corrected now. Now, to her one kasa. Was our bank kasa our remuku ya ubia miawano. No, yenyenesa e our remu. Our remu e school. Bema na ne obani na maba school. Mo ba bisua ade. Mo mienu na maba school mo ba bisua ade. Bema ni nim ni na oba no so nim ni na. Enti wangara fo kasa ankanya ho ndafa. Benkum dware nifa na nifa dware ben. Enti sa wo be ma no sebi wo ba betena ware ase se edu tu trim se me de be ma de me na bibia me na me kasa no aka wa ye dum no eni ma bi how yira bibi how yira brother you have to sit down and talk to your wife wona wo se wo do no ko ye no ho ade enye obi na desikan eto wo kon se ko ware oba no enti wo ware oba yi jai ni fie ejai na busuafo ejai ni bibia wo ye se wo ne wo ba betena na se asema ba adinti na wonya saa odo ne abotre na wodi nya no ekasa kire na wo pene so so obeware no se mo be siesie aware no
Minya, this issue has become like it's just gone off the charts. When we were young people, time and near young kolano, yet you hear it that, oh, this girl is dating an older married guy, this person is sleeping around, or this person is having extramarital issues. You heard about it. And growing up as a kid, I understood what was being said, but it just seems as if in this year 2020 specifically, all moral values, all everything has just gone out the window. Now people are even bold enough. What I'm trying to say is that back then it happened, but I don't know if I'm making sense. The men did it secretively and at least gave an iota of regard and respect for the women they were married to. But right now, the person, whoever it is, has a wife. How do you think the wife feels knowing say mommy minimum shame no? That is specifically what I want you to address. Infidelity, fine, but is this how bad our marriage, the vows of marriage, the ordinance of marriage, the institution of marriage, has it really lost all, value, regard, respect to the point where people don't value it anymore? And Bemaneya, while washing your banning in public. So obanon so neya, onon so lose regard amanikunu, onon so washing in public and aminia.
My sister, I was saying I would blame technology because sebi and Nema will say first not a caution, but because there was no Facebook, there was no WhatsApp near them, not obia and what was going on. But say Facebook for her. Or record, you'll be in private. You take your phone, dictaphone, and you record and everything, and you are able to bring that evidence out. Personally, not at the end anymore. As we'll be saying, my kochi mikunu, and then a side chick, and I'm a recording. Maybe go many masses, but they two online movie and then we are in the 21st century, and the technology has advanced to our state. In a way, I blame technology. Technology is also a plays our role,
But
And
Minnie, I
also,
don't you think that people have, it's like with everything. There's water, there's food. Aduane na wayɛ si hɔ per se no. Nobody forces the food into your mouth until you pick it up in a spoon or a fork or in your hands and eat it. So I get what you're saying, sir. Social media and technology has made it possible and easy for people to find out about these issues. But for me personally, I think that a lot of the issues also arise because do you agree with? Do you see what I'm saying? It just looks like marriage is just, it's like a rite of passage. Mako school Mary, mitifie me or banti, yes, nesting, yes, I worry now, it's no I know, but there's so much that goes into marriage.
my sister, I agree with you. What you should also know, say, sometimes it depends on your bema ni sinya o obama. And also come send your bema ni sinya o baby or ha, sebi. Say ye kadebia, ye say before, say bema ne worry wa, me ne bema no so enye de enkoda. Enti bema bi before ha, e fa send you sinya o. So only maybe okofa o, only maybe wonya wo fa yo. Nti ofa a wo ba fie no beti ne no se ebe wo nani to se wo ye ne yere no onye nya ta image no nani so ansa se wo ye ne yere
Many akatamitiwa.
Yeah, ena obi so ha enam ne ntete ye ebia ne papa ankyere ne maame odo Emma, one kata who said ne papa like the father gave so much respect to the mother. Maybe a one no or ne papa all the time. No, we didn't maame atem. And anan maame eji asosro. Now what chasing ne papa now we're taking the papa as the role model. Nti ono so nyini a one respect oba. Also no matter what oba dey say oba dey o your oba. Eh, say be ma mfim pade ba ko na eri bo oba. Nti oba dey o what some dey get the call him. Into obi so my sister just say we are naturally rude. Obo how we are naturally rude. Sana what here wontimi nya ne hwe say wako school na nie bio den. But oba so you have to let these men know how you want to be treated. You have to let these men know how you want to be treated. Because Sebi, who of them are not always, anytime that you go in public, and now he know what did what then he disrespects you. Everybody is looking at you. Now they won't cash. Now they obefia no why ding. Now they and then all the time na kosro. Bemanimbu or no any respect. People around him also don't value you as a wife because on one kata in public he is always disgracing you. Okasa nkwala na idie me na sorry na fa nkwala na free hand say ko mo ye dododo nkwala be kwa no mo hu finta na enya oba ansa obi jino aka hira wo yire ne say on fa nkwala na nkono. Can't you also tell these kids in a nice way to stop making noise in public? When you decided to have kids with a woman, I say Albani Bam and about together to have kids, was it only the lady or who akwala no? What's also part as a man? What role are you also playing? Can't you also tell these kids in public to just keep quiet? Maybe you will blame on women. Again, it's not that I'm a woman, say me defending women, but a man be home musubai and the same men they will disrespect their women in public. But my sister, get to that spot. Papa the bishop says, na was na one no bon komo na was starting anwen is 35 was the 88 or one is sitting natural and you'll be wondering and your papa na not even a second no or did na yere atem no and on kasa na yere hunye na obi yere our polishing our which na one e ye bra also you can also do the same. Why? So who be yere public na so be yere e bo e won so because ni kunu no wo ni ofie no be ma ne ye de be ma ni bu ne yere. Nti wo so start bu yere a nkofo so betimi asate ya de ebu so yere na ma na wo be ma no wo bu yere o man sa respect na as a wife woni ni pia bonte a let people know that wow this is the woman in your life. Talk to her nicely. Even if you have to do something, it's not everything that you have to tell the woman, say, hey, sorry, with it. You can also stand up and do something. If it's to change the kids' diapers, my brother, sebi, obano, ono kwa na wo akwala no. Enya wo de no, ka wan fa wo de ambeshima nka akwala na beba. Kids are innocent. Kids are innocent. And also for akwala na ma me na me kan sebi mo ko baby no. She's cooked. After cooking, she cleaned the house. She dressed these kids. No, ne wo ne nkwala no, you went together. Mako drew on say, "Mami ya bre. What dear ne kasa, wo kasa. And na sorry na ye say, and na wunye say bibia wo yiri be ye bia woni nso. Wa so kwampo wunye dear ye. Say, me nya kwampo ma me meka asembo hanum so no bi meka sa adam ati say.
No, my dear. Look, this is my platform. I get to choose who I want to bring onto this platform, and we get to talk about what we want to talk about. Etionia, feel free, say it as it is. Oh, you should know me by now. Send me no. I don't hold anything back. Send me no. Yeah.
Aden. Just say, I am not to the son yemi yakrampo shika. Say metina so na me analyze the situation. Me say den na sebi ye be before mema. Ye be before mema. Wo hwe se no musi treaty yankasa ye sisters na wo bedru ha na wo hu broni bema. The way o treating Nigeria. Erade yankopɔ wo tuna wo se chai. Ade ya fa wutirim wo yanka wo kware broni na bi.
Aden. Sister, what makes you point to me look, I've seen this here. Before mema ebe treaty ye Ghana for Africa for man, like, excuse me to say, pieces of trash. And so swambe kwa kofa womo bronima and they lick their asses. That is the truth.
Oh, and unko omo na mabonti omo kro omo bag. Broniba na ka say we was a mama mate. Say me from mama mate. Yes, omo fa abroku man to say mama mate. Aden, why? I didn't see more this because I'm saying so more interest because people are saying or pekata no pay free or brony ban or why yes she my many back kicking out. She will just kick her ass out. So because I just kick your ass and just move out of my house. Brony ba when this akomana bibini ba betina say aka say wo de nyeshi wo de yentina musa debi. They know that very well. In Argentina, they have to be two-faced people. Argentina also me two-faced. They know very well what they are about. They know very well.
Absolutely. But Sister Adama, I want to raise a point, and Sister Ama make his point. Now, see, who as Obano, you have to set your own standards, and I concur. One say, what you're prepared to take or not take from the beginning of relationship, it sets the pace and the stage for senior marriage in a beko. Our women think that now I'm 35. Me who a certain way I will be ampeme. It's no more lower ban. Obi hwe m'anim ka kire me say okodidi aso obefie ntinya hwe nka me yabona so.
As someone who came there, I'll take my own as an example. Right from the word that I'm getting married, I made it very clear to my husband, say I'm not the type that I want male friends. And so also say female friends is something that I didn't see that with my parents, and it's something that I wouldn't accept because that is where issues start. Say so she's my friend. Me personally, I don't like say I'm married and I have male friends, male contacts in my phone. And also the same. Me and Befa male friend and Befi and say, oh, I have a male friend and he's a friend of mine. He wants to come and visit. No, me yes I didn't. And so I want it to be the same. Until right, I know
set your standards. That is your standard.
In the beginning, no woman Brian said, oh, and I may read where the type she doesn't want to see any female contact in my age. And I said, some men They don't know, say they are disrespecting themselves. They would call a female friend in the presence of their wives, and their wives see that as cool. Oba, your husband is talking to another woman, and the conversation or more, and your conversation that should go on between them, and you find that cool. Obi so, and yes, on any kasa krampa, that is cool. And my dear sisters, set your standards. You have to know how you want to mold your marriage. Send a see person wawari and fako. O person who buko writer and who buko letter. This is what you want and this is what you don't want. When you make it straight to the guy right from the starter, if he's ready to take it out, he'll go with you. Yeah. Or because yes, I'm on board. I'll go by that. Fine. Good. But what the whole kasa? And in marriage, that one person is not talking now, the person feels so much hurt inside. In marriage, you have to talk, sweetheart. Because one kasa, what is show, the day that you would explode, over bottom. What did be a show? And Tinipakona, what one and it's an Yama Oyano, a Yawoya. Won't mean an kasa. Waya kakai. And Yawukunu. What is so special about Papa Wumuda? Won't mean Casancha no. Sabi woman in nakedness cry. And Diana won't mean Papa any man country.
Sister Susan, see, I think it's high time women become assertive and speak up. This I respect my husband syndrome is what is killing many of our women. No one is saying that you should be rude to your husband, but please, women, be assertive. Bring assertive, or she's trying to say being assertive doesn't mean say you have to be rude. It's true. Say it as it is. Say it as it is. You know what you can cope with, what you can contend with, what you can accept as Oba. If you want to accept your husband sleeping around, hey, kudos to you. But sharing doesn't work for me.
So Zarivan so say Auntie Ada and Auntie Shika, some also prefer that their men do Thai chicken. Hey, those people know that is every crime. Maybe they themselves are also cheating. How to send up as a medical? If you as a woman,
open relationship or your friend open marriage,
if you as a woman, you want your husband to be side chicken, you haven't respected yourself as a woman in your marriage, and you've also given your husband the go ahead to do things that he's doing. Maybe you also have somebody in mind that you don't love your husband. You are just there maybe because of interest. Maybe a papano. He's well established. Maybe he has a house, and maybe where you came from, you were living in a compound house, so you prefer to live in that luxurious life in Accra, and then be also having your external relationship with another person elsewhere.
Obi nso si fiti aseɛ no ɛsɛ sɛ nkɔfoɔ mmienu no ɔmo kɔ awareɛ mu no ɛsɛ sɛ nteteeɛ papa ɛba relationship no mu sɛbi mpere biasa we are bema yatiti ufie. You've been brought up in a well home, like a good home. From a good home, our parents are still married. The dad respects the mom and all of that. Now kofa sebi mpere biasa ene yesi ashawo your friend is slay queen. Ukofa slay queen bet na ufie. Now free so worry ni real bet ubetimi asano. You see, and these are some of the things that we women do. We women get into relationships with guys. Even when you are in the relationship, you can see, say, there are certain things that the guys do that make sense to you. Maybe I want a boyfriend, there are certain times I will friend now on fact. And answer relationship now, he can disappear for days, and then suddenly no resurface. Misa questions be why you're so desperate, Sister Adama. People are so desperate for marriage. Say, people are so desperate. Say, they will literally give up their lives to be in the marriage. And when you lower your standards and make the men feel say, obi ama wonu ameware wa obi ampa fambisa aware na wodi hu akwa akohye mu and you get fambisa attitude and treatment. Simple.
Asama wa kan eye me de pa because one se bema baba wara sweetheart so when ije no ho sania wo de nya abotre mo no ankasa wo de na adwene etutu so kakra enkyere me se wo de opese me ma osika kra na obeware me a because a member ho mo na ware they gave the men they gave them money said go and perform my friend knocking and whatever you need to do so that we live together. And in that case, no, the man even wahala 1 cent to marry you. How do you expect this man to respect you in marriage? Huh? How do you expect this man to respect you in marriage? And maybe so they are not even married to these men, and everything that happens, I'm sorry. Bibiki to be an octo was it please? I'm sorry.
Desperation. Desperation.
Mr. Ada lady be friend, me no catch him so Adama. Was I haven't heard from my husband, my boyfriend for 3-4 days. And every time, on a sorry call Beman ho. One call Beman ho, Beman in friend. Beman no and friend, Beman and Panaho. Every time. Now on neck, on and sister, my mouse small scenario. Into sorry. You get up in the morning, you go to the market, you buy these groceries, you come back home, you cook. And then you cook and then you take your own cab, you take your own taxi to the guy's place. You pay for the transportation. When you get there, he eats the food. He chops you on top. And at the end of the day, or he sees you off at the taxi rank saying, okay, sweetheart, bye-bye. So I'll call you on the phone. As soon as you get in the cab, you are gone. You are finding the phone. You are calling a proper girlfriend. When you get to your destination at home, you pick your phone. You just want him to know that you've arrived safely at home. Charlie, after guy no friend to la play fatigue me de koshpa. To a show why you're hot. What friend is next day when you get him on the phone now, assassin stories also his phone was discharged and I say he was tired or down tem. My sister, me just shine your eyes, wife. Before you marry, shine your eyes. Sometimes before even you marry, you have all these red flags, but some of you ignore. You ignore. Bema on nanam sisa butterfly and washa kosia ho echina washa say 102 123 now or share phone. Now or hen a call. Now or yet text messaging. Now or tihanim say no yes say. Huh? Sisters. And also men ma bema who say wona wohia no. Let the man also know say he also needs you, sweetheart. Because some people, when you let these men know, so you can live without them, that you need them so much. We all need men in our lives, unless of course those who don't want men. But don't let these men feel so big in the head. Say he will say, wow, without this man, Adama can survive. Adama can live without her husband. Yes, I can live without my husband. Yep, he knows that. Even if I love him, and yes, I'm trying to say, wow, I can't live without you. What would I do without you? Would I do this? No, my sister, no. So too much desperation. Say you are hitting 35 years and everything. Just take it easy. Sometimes I get messages from people. Someone will tell me, what can she put in her vagina for a man to say he loves her for the rest of your life. And I'm so sure I may say, I
have to laugh.
And I'm so sure that kind of people are maybe more.
Toto plastic surgery.
You know, maybe my sister. One nipa kona we say womanizer or pema. Sabi before campus science there. And then you still want to say me, I just love him. And so what say don't come and bring any anonymous post and cry on anybody's eyes say anything. Sometimes you have all these flags. You have them. And you know, I didn't know that must say women were also very, very into cheating on their husbands, sweethearts.
Oh yeah, they say there. I didn't some
women.
I didn't some. And it's both sides now.
On their husband.
Oh yes, very openly. They're not even ashamed of themselves.
Some women will tell you, say, was say Adama, media mikunu adieno, was say you're too small. Ain't he? Or baby jina to so no they were pay big ones now, or no they were pay to say because nikunu they need to say now, and it doesn't satisfy her ninja. And so no dear, the ex need the no na or tnasna or junior the ex was really making her happy. Na nikunu dear no, nikunu nya 1 minute for an album, papa no, I am. Oboha was showering because she doesn't want to disgrace her parents, but her heart is elsewhere. And she wanna who's sitting a sister. How can you live that kind of life? Wash her. Just I would open two nina. Opek nkitwa na opekesie no. Nti opeketwa, opekesie, opetu nina. You want to taste everything, my sister.
Skirt and blouse,
minion. In anything that we bibia ye na asase we so no, you should know say wonni hanum say one day bibia obeye wasase we so wonni be ku ase wasase we so answe Africa ade bia wo ye wasase we so anya ade pa no wonni be gu ase. You think say you are doing it and nobody is seeing you. You think you are cheating and nobody knows that you are cheating. My sister, continue to do it, but anything that you do I want asase we so with regards to cheating, you would pay for it before you leave asase we so. If you are a woman and you are cheating on your husband now, my sister, when you be guasi, it was as you so before you leave. We are bema so nasa wakofa obi ba abetu fie. Yesi she obi ba obi ejapade ne busuafo afa akwala na edi ama wafa oba na edi ama se ne nkotena na wa ma obi ba ekosu because what dear you can't stop cheating. Now dear wo shabonti a ha na start to sue because our punishment in Nyankopon estati edisi form. I have a problem with the connection. Nyankopon yes, se Nyankopon estati se wodi si wusun se wo be ma wasu a me se wo be su kopem se wo be free asase wo su e do be ka koshe form sensu no oba eni suo enye. So oba if a woman cries in marriage say na ni su because ni kunu cheating outside. Nikunu ye ne yaka de wo outside that. Sa isu na oba ni su outside na. Eba be ye care for be man so for the rest of his life. Be me bia wa ha ne yere cheating won ne so ama oba ne su. Usa be man se na bra boko yia. Otno sa wo say me da maye adwuma sa me de me hu ani su. This year pa se dem sinye skapa me hu me bia me sika na fai. Bibia obenya bia be se won sam because of hacking. You come one girl cause I'm say hake. One more ban su. One more ban ni anji. Oba ware oba ba if you marry a woman to make her happy. You marry a woman because you want to be the provider and the protector of this woman. This woman was given to you because her parents trusted you. And almost this year, and she come in home.
Oh, me de me home, pa. I'm here. Me home, Kasa. Okay. I can hear you.
Okay. And oh brother, what's going on? You think say you are playing a double game now? You are making your woman cry. My sister, say means beme bia wo shamin as a woman wo yiri so a. One kasa wo betina ho one day. One esuna obani suna top of no. Ebeba be ye wo to say eja and ebe hihyew. Wonya asumdwe da so wenja ya. Wonya asumdwe wasase we so da say oba na ede oboni achewo. One for oboni achewo. Nyankopon so so won ne de a ono so he will pay you in his own way.
My dear, you've said a lot about some of the things that are causing these issues to arise. Now, yamfa ne sameti aware mu. My yama said ye bias or basa me domikunu na me di obuo ne ni de bema no. Me yama said ye pepe so ba ofie me dono say tonga no so no pa me the mano. Say we have an agreement, but any panaria taswa so yet they are cheating and will be cheating. What advice do you have for women who are going through this issue of infidelity from their husbands? How should they deal with it? What should they do?
Okay, thank you very much. Mana omukunone de osi cheating out the bo ha na sebe eduabo because enya baby na wo do ho kana obenya ho akọ obaby wo ha wo do ho kana just won na koda wo baby a ebeye se case wo so aye se duabo na wo so anytime that what ho no na opese wo ne oba koda because enya baby na spirit ye den eye ma bema. And in that case, no, you decide for yourself. Either you decide to be in that relationship and I say you decide to walk away. I'll never advise someone say, leave your relationship. I always want people to decide for themselves.
Oh, yes, of course.
You decide for yourself. You decide if you are what's your relationship. And maybe one husband, let me punch it sideways say pa. And maybe you soon know a jink of folk from some. And maybe you soon know, or baby or ha, sebi, ukunu echo on her once, oko didi, a free sabapaniko didi one or a bayan. Your man has never been the same. Some women in bed, whenever your husband wants to have an affair with you, he has it his own way. But when it's your turn that you need your man in bed, he will never give it to you. Obeya on fama, ube munu on panaso, ube bia, but still the man is not seeing you as oba or done in China or person one that because ma a man may fall, a man would differ, a man bosom for, a man may fall. Ama fa ebimu kunumu edo mo kọ bosom ho akọje bosom adru ukunu ti hanum say ote ho obi ho aye oto no abobobobo ukunu din e wo niam bi so na ode aboba asiso ukunu ne da won chen a papa ne ntimi nda won chen krampo te sa ahomache 1 o'clock krampa opese wo sorry free won chen ye dey epie ekọ you don't even understand. You don't even understand. Papa na fane niema. Oh baby, there's nothing going on. You don't understand. All of a sudden, your husband packs all his things or say, I'm leaving the house. When you're in a shade. Do you think so all that is normal? And you're normal, sweetheart. And niema in bebre, that is why, as a woman in marriage, my sister, you always have to pray. You always have to pray so that that devil, that shaitan, will not have a place to stay. What I say, will not have that place to stay in your marriage because our be edu kunu akọ bosom ho anase obi akọ ji adura na akọ ji juju bibi ede eye papa no. My sister, eno de age nyame na nkasa na ba beji ukunu na firi oba ne nsa. And in that and said it always ends something happens. Because look, that woman, she will obey her son, but stuff to go and live with her. No, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out because nyankopon enyemienu nyankopon tarisro no way ba akopɛ. And to those women, no, they decide either they want French si elle peut supporter so betimi atina mo a na asem so ontimi ntina mo so a on free mo because and maybe a very wicked or baby or husband or okodidi ye na or the bibi aguaduane ni or baby sebe o ma ya se kwa mo ho so e de guaduane ma be ma di or say I want my husband to love me. I want somebody who has one to love me.
Oh my God! OMG! Oof.
Some men and the saddest part is, especially a woman who wants to conceive, if someone has tied your womb, say she doesn't want you and your husband to give birth. My sister, anytime that your husband gets closer to you, I wouldn't say you can give birth. My sister, na bema na dena sorry. Adena edaho. Now would you say you won't yase emre na edru se oba be fa yifu no ukunu na de ne enye adwuma so time ni twema is working when you na at the boni a emma it was a ye twini se ne ye be free asase we so who the woman who is watching me do my sister do you know how you are going to leave this earth sebi do you know say your car be never be abontin for you to leave and now say do you know say if you come for bia build now woman e ba be hye no be free we asma my dear sister if you want somebody to marry you you know the man has already a wife the person can marry you, especially for me, I'm a Muslim. If you want that man, tell the man, it's marriage that I want. I don't want to be side chicken. I don't want to be a side chick. I want to be part of your life. You tell the man, if the man understands very well, say, for instance, in my religion, which is Islam, the man would go and marry you so that you become his second wife. And we are since what too, baby. Papa Nigeria, what too, baby. The woman hasn't done anything to you. Now what they a time at the bunny just to destroy somebody's home. And you want your home to be successful? No. Nyankopon enye sebe. Obi be say Nyankopon enye alatani.
Most of these infidelity, sister draw done a comment or see some of these infidelity or ashawo men poor characteristics tend to cause major problems for their women. Women who are minding themselves are being pulled into such despicable acts, very disrespectful and demeaning. But sister draw do, and maybe so teniso, and maybe so jiatum. Ye ban fitiasia ne kan say you've got to set standards from the very beginning, from the outset of the relationship. You have to let this guy, whoever he is, know where you stand. Me tiwe, me de me ho ba mfa to ho. Bema wonom nsa like a drunk. I can't cope. Bema wo shiwi, me ntime ne ntena. I can't do it. Bema wo ye wanenam and then osi adwo afie, ochina na okwa akosu ade, na nsa na owo esifie no. I can't deal with it. Wo asobano, you know what you can put up with. You set your standards and let this guy that you want to be married to know, let him understand what those standards are right from the beginning. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of women are so desperate for marriage. They will literally kill to be in a marriage. Because a lot of these people who are in a hurry to get married, say 10 bridesmaids na esi and a wedding, no, any 15-page boy na kofi and on a and you think that that one day is what goes into a marriage. You're not ready for marriage. Sister Adama, a lot of people are not ready for marriage. Me person will address our issue no whilst we wrap up. What is it that what is it? What is it that is making a man so desperate to say chinchina or
Oh, they tell my person worry there. Factors be brave because sabi over there sometimes who drew age be so when it say when it be matna. And also so ma when it ebi oba no so so ha oto oh be man na etimi ma na nije anytime a be man friend na the mood dey change. If she's even sadder, then she gets in a happy mood. Obi so so ha we and all her friends are married and she's not married. Obi also so the society are what and the family, especially aunties, mothers, and all that. And I what him say now the person when you're 50 years and so I be worry. What you na him say? Obi and be worry what that. Until every morning, imagine say you wake up in the morning and before you even say good morning, I say when you di shout. And in the evening, that is what you are being told before you go to bed. My sister, it will get to a point. But you are fed up. You just want to leave that house and be free. Obi also say, if you are Timona, no children, no, ebi ankrofo bebre and a dane demo. Until she just wants a place that she can just move and leave that house.
But Sister Adama, your quest to want to leave a house because it's got multiple occupants, is that a good enough reason for you to want to be married? Because one say marriage is an institution that you have to be ready for, whether you're 25, 18, or 50. If you're not ready for marriage, if you've not what dream or mindset towards marriage, your expectations in marriage, if all of those things are not set right, that's a guys, ladies, you will go into marriage and you'll be so disappointed. I mean, I'm not trying to say that people who are in their 20s, 18, 21, they are not ready for marriage because of their age necessarily, but it is also because you haven't been exposed to much. At 18, if you were born and you've been to primary school, secondary school, and at 18, university, what do you know about life? You're a teenager from 6 years to 18. If you're really a good girl, you don't trust me at that age. You don't have time for men. Me is not that time, and me myself was it didn't even crop or creep up in my mind. I didn't have time. At age of 19, 20, me call university. I did civil and me need time. And people come out of school and then now we are worried, with 300-page boys and 600 guests. If that is your reason for being or thinking, say you're ready for marriage, you go into the marriage and you're completely disappointed. Sister Kasa.
Thank you very much. Also, like when I make a saying, I was having problem with connection. Line was breaking.
Yeah.
My sister. So catch me. So why are some women desperate to get married? That was your question.
That's what we were talking about.
And I mean, some of the factors are these women or more they want to get married. But me personally, I don't marry because all my friends are married. I marry because my mind is prepared to get married, to move to a new home with a man, and it's not just moving, but planning also. Say you're going to do, because some of you even want to get married, you don't even have a job. 1 year juma. Otu 1 year juma. Ose me kwa ware. Ukwa ware no. Ukwa 1 month, 2 months. Papa ne eto papa no kra ni sika krampa wo de eye ne nyama krampa enso no. Ose since morning I haven't eaten. My husband hasn't given me money. Say ni. Nti wo te ho no before you even think about getting no contribution our debate table no so we are in the 21st century, sister. Have yourself empowered. When you are empowered, men are not about life, but the way they talk to you, a difference is what to want you share. Marry because you are prepared and you are ready to get married. Marry because you love the person you are marrying. Marry because you feel that, yes, this is the time that you are also ready. And this is the time that your partner is also ready. Don't just go and marry because, wow, you see your friend's status, or they are told their wedding pictures. You also want to have that same and also put on social media for people to know that, yeah, also so I worry na wo kono e kan kwa na wo de ko e bia wo to kan pa wo nya adwuma besia na wo kan akobo be ma no so kan akobo besia, but you just want to impress one society and also your friends and also impress one why now person we impress no. You don't marry to impress people. Good. You marry when you yourself you are ready to get married. I remember when I was also getting married, there was one thing that my mother asked elders to ask me, that do you truly love this man? Is this somebody you want to marry? They asked me that question because as a mother, she wanted to be sure that her daughter is not being forced to get married. Good. She wanted to be sure that, yes, Nipakona will warren one will be a free one who say, oh, warren, because of baby or her. What's all crampono, one casa crampono, you don't even know the entire walk anymore. For what? Good. Do you know the reason why walk worrying? No. Oh, Bema now warren on over someone in a war basso. Or was so better yourself, or baby or her shenny anymore. I don't want my kids to look like their dad. Oh, Papa, no more time. Now, no more time, and then I offer a person or what's an Bema, take your time and study a man. Bema. Even if he's talking on the phone, observing him, pretend as if you are not looking at him. Look at the way he talks on the phone. He responds to people on the phone. When you go to maybe a restaurant or places with him, just watch out how so that the waitresses are that or more little tips or tippy or man as one tippy or all these are little signs to know from a man. How he talks about his family and all that. Sweetheart. And you don't just men, sorry, say, if you make that mistake and you are desperate to get married, your marriage will not last, sisters. It will not last. You would go in there and you tell yourself, say, you regret it. Does it mean that in every 6 months you are marrying another person?
Tell us.
Anytime. Do you think, say, say, our rear, batakari, and our bra, now we yatadena at to home say, and then anytime that you feel like it, now in this generation of ours, no, we don't respect marriage. No, we don't respect marriage like the way they respected marriage. So say, Bema bibit me, I can some full action. Why? What is bringing sad change? No? What has changed? Our parents would even think, say, because generation, they want us to do better. But generation, worse than sending parents missing. For all my life, I had never seen my parents, not even my daddy, just shouting on my mother. I never saw that in my life. Never. Me papa in my life. Even if maybe they did that in private, not publicly. I had that. My father, the way Papa went to extra so much love to my mother. We sometimes we took pictures of them. My daddy trying to just hold my mommy this way, and then my mommy would be like, "Oh, you know, it was so funny." You see, we grew up with that kind of atmosphere around us. And see what had gone wrong to the same say, and then people marry and they become enemies living under the same roof. Why? Are they? What worry you're so happy so worry. Not even 2 months. Now boom. Everybody wants to go. Not more percent. You are just exploding, and everybody wants to go in the separate ways. Do you know when you marry someone, that is when you start knowing that person. Even if you wouldn't know, because when you're not married, that says you don't want this guy to know say you are quick-tempered. You don't want this guy to know say you're a lazy woman. Maybe if you have a problem with bad odor, anytime you're going to see him, maybe you brushed your teeth or maybe you were chewing gum or something. You understand? But when you start, someone will be tenacia. You have to also make that sacrifice. So you want the marriage to work. It's a sacrifice. And that communication is also, it has to be something that will play a major role in your marriage. If there's no communication in your marriage now, my sister, that marriage, it would collapse. It will collapse. Because it's when you communicate that you have projects together. You say to yourself that you're going to do so many things together. But there is no communication. Waiting a baby. And even during the day, as a wife, maybe you can send a text message to your husband and just say hello. From time to time, if only I have time, I do that. I'll just send a message to my husband. I said, hello, I was just checking up on you. Even if he doesn't respond, he knows that I sent him a message.
He'll come back and send him a message. Yeah.
Exactly. And also maybe during lunch, he would also pick up his phone. And then even if it's 2 minutes, now just 2 minutes and everybody goes. Because in the evening, everyone is tired. And in the evening also, maybe when you get to bed, broom now, because of how Hanum say Ejuma. And see, my sister, don't rush in anything you do. Take your time. And don't let people put pressure on you. Say, "Koko ware, the ko ware san, ya ware san." No, and if you be a musu ne ware.
Sister,
yeah,
Sister Adjoa say women who are desperate for marriage lack self-esteem, self-value, self-achievement, self-respect, a general lack of understanding, lack of purpose, and lack of a lot of other coping skills. And why just going back to this whole thing about being ready mentally, physically, psychologically, spiritually for marriage. And sana would now, Marcel, when you come to the marriage, now we experience difficulties, be say, yeah, you know how to deal with it. Marriage in your wedding day, no. Marriage, it's not that wedding day now. It's all flamboyant, and you have 50 bridesmaids and 10 page boys and 100 flower girls. And yes, I nipa 2,000 now, my betina wedding, and yeah, no near worry. A lot of people get caught up and trapped in that thing. Oh, Sister Adama marriage ceremony ya mu ye na ye de ihe na ye design wo mo nsam na mo ahyehyɛ mo nneɛma yi mo ntade kama kama. People get caught up in the trappings of that and think say that is marriage, but enono is just one day of the rest of your lives together. And if you begin to understand that, young people, young ladies, I am speaking to you specifically here. When you begin to understand that, to say, I'm aware you, and yes, I wear white dress now, drumming and dancing, no, and yeah, that is the first day of the rest of your lives. Obi abeko, ebeka mumienu, bona obesha kukuwa mu ahye dem ho. How do you want that living every day? How do you want that to be? That is marriage. Now, sis, many women who chase after married men mostly settle for less. Anything or anything goes just out of desperation and are limited from acquiring their own capabilities. Obi oho a on pedrumaye. The reason for going to marriage, when say papa no behe no. Na said yes or ho ba me kunu behe me. You know, these are known as they are being waha women without any realistic goals. Nothing good comes out of it except for hard work. Ejumadin fa wonsa 10 fingers ya nyankopon di aye wo no. Fa ye ejuma. Ne jai se wo peso obi ba be ma ne behwe. It is Sister Adama. I want you to wrap this up. You've said a lot of things, but some people have missed the show. Some people missed it. Some people are now joining. You're starting, you mentioned some of the things that cause infidelity to happen. What can say a man be or there's no communication in the marriage. And men being so they are overly demanding of sex. They be out per pampine 3 times a day, 2 times a day. Say afasia draw, say diarrhea draw, meaning, but they have to do it every single day. As for me and more, they have no control. And those were some of the reasons you gave. And a fain so no, my expression be fan near ma. A man and memenina echo outsider or munina, they're being, having extramarital affairs outside. Ukasai and so far, and near ma, say be our bow, our nasi ya. And I'm sure a lot of the people who are watching us, nobody can tell you whether to leave a marriage or not. You yourself know when it's time, whether to leave or to stay and make it happen. I'm saying this because a lot of women in marriages or relationships, they know what they must do. But Ghana, for your attitude in pain, say people want you to tell them what to do. Send your beya or yena say, anko yie senya o expect ya wetimi anya obi a blame ne se na nya wo adama na aka se mi nko jama ware enya wo na ase mi nko na me koye entimi nuanom. This whole thing about infidelity is a very, very serious thing. It's happening. It's rife. It's real. Marriage, but at the end of the day, you as a woman, from the very fundamentals of relationship, you must learn to set standards. Obasima buhu sawi nipa. Kristo na bo wo se ne seso no se wo ye. Respect yourself as a human being. See yourself as a co-partner in a contract of marriage, in the institution of marriage. We are partners, so we are equal when you're ni so. Enti no obi ani soro nyi fom nsin obia. Oba ro wo ho, bema ro wo ho. But at the end of the day, you are co-partners in a partnership of marriage. When you na mo pese mo ye mane ye yi a mo betimi aye ama na ye yi. Sister Adam, I want you to close us off with your last words.
Okay, they made me a council say in a broken marriage, a man has cheated before. No, there are some things that we also have to but then that is the person who cheated. No, the person should restore that trust. No, okay, or admitting a guilt and let the other partner know say, "Adia wa ye no ye." Okay, he has to ask for an authentic forgiveness from the partner. Genuinely, would you know and say yes? I dear me, yeah, you know, me sorry because a poor her confronting the person with cheating on you. The person becomes fire. But when that happens now, my sisters or my brothers watching me, you can always. It takes time to restore that trust. But if you really and truly want to rebuild your relationship with the person, if only the person is ready to accept it, and no, the person can accept, but the person cannot forgive you. Maybe I will give you, she's forgiving you, but she can't forget it for the rest of her life. Anytime that she sees you, anytime she sees you, there is anger, there is bitterness, or she's asking herself millions of questions. Why did you cheat on me? It's something that people find it very difficult to forget, because anytime Oshawanima, she thinks about why did he cheat on me? Why did she cheat on me? What did I do wrong? What wasn't rightly done that the guy cheated on me? But if that happens, my brothers, my sisters, you can always try your very best and restore trust. You talk to your partner, you let her know, say yes, what you did, no, say kakra. You don't go too much into details, because the more you go into details and she hears it, no, the bitter she becomes towards you. But you should accept a boni awaye and then ask for forgiveness, because when you decide to be with somebody, especially in a relationship, now we'll try our very best and restore sa peace, no, and that love, and live in harmony. Because our rejai bebre these days, no, most of them no cheating, obi cheating, and our band say me, I won't accept that my husband cheats on me. Somebody would also say, so okay, for the first time, no, I've forgiven you, but next time I'll just pack my stuffs and then leave. Okay, and those of you who are also watching me, you are fond of cheating, no, so no matter how you cheat, one day, cheating will bring you out and you'll be disgraced for the rest of your life. So if you decide to live with somebody, live with the person and be truthful to yourself and your partner. Don't bring any sickness to your partner in going out and sleeping around with people. Okay, if there's something that needs to be fixed, have time and talk with your partner and fix it. That is what we call that a relationship, a communication. You have to communicate. If there's something that is not right, you sit and then you talk. Okay, that is marriage. If you need to have counseling, if you need to be counseled by a third party, don't hesitate to get counseling from elsewhere. Okay, that is what Mrs. So make up on now. A man also I'm what says so I am side chicken, and you are destroying people's home. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Someone will say, no, the men are to be blamed. If the man comes to you and he tells you, say, he wants you and he already has a wife, if you tell this man no, and he goes to the other woman also says no, he will stop. But if these men come to you and you give them the green light, these men, you're giving them every reason to cheat. But if they come to you and you say no to them, my sisters, these men will go back to their wives. At the end of the day, you are the one who is losing because the woman is still in her marriage and she's having her kids. When I want to and I would you are side chicken, the guy is chopping you for free. What time you call say now what you are living that dirty life, and that woman is living her good life, even if she's in tears, she is in her marriage. And then I'm a patch on a person.
Minia, you're kind of back door, but we need to come back and talk about this thing, but also bring another facet to it. Because, a few years back, now, HIV, near say, obi kofu obi fi obi echi a obekwa kofa ya de ni ade aba say HIV no nkofo think that it's now just like a chronic illness like diabetes, high blood pressure and all of those things. People don't realize that things like hepatitis and all these things, they also cause a whole host of issues. And we will talk about that thing next time when we've sorted out when we're going to do this. Me di akwenye me nam akwenye so adawasi bebre me nuanom ma ene mema mo yi so amohwe Adama and I became friends in 1992, 91, 92. I've known her for 28 years minimum of my life. Me then started class 5, class 6 near the JSS, Kotoasu St. Louis. We've known each other for a very long time. We've been good friends. Nimiano mame, it's yes, we go back. And no matter what siminia, so wama kwenye, wase wadaje. Because I know you have your own things going. No, I bet hana watchere wadring. Many so pa. You're a big fan, a big supporter of everything I do, and I'm so grateful, sir. But yeah, tiafu mufri baby mufri bi amubetie. God bless you guys for being here. I hope you guys have learned valuable lessons from what we're teaching. We're not here just to talk and have a chat, but I hope that this thing is being insightful and impacting women. Especially, muhu hiya me sin obia me yoba ye didi me nua enya me de ye de yemia enya me de me nua kasa
adia me pesa me kan efa we say before say we leave the live video and say my dear sister what say our remu a woody how what say our remu a wusu. My sister, don't keep it to yourself. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. When you talk to somebody, if you have to also talk to your husband, talk to your husband. Face the guy, talk to him. Soit ça passe ou ça casse. Okay? French people say ça passe ou ça casse. Yes. Either say he would accept say and answer on tiasie. Yes. That is how you can continue and live your life like this. You are too young. You are too precious. You are too beautiful. Okay? My sisters, you are too beautiful. My dear sisters, men my ent na homa and men ma enfon to mutirimu say a man does be pray until they have that power to cheat on us because a man does. Let's wise up. Bema bao na nye ukunu. Don't just men man is that chance no cry. Katrin says zap. Ale, come out. What can such will be our warrior? When he goes to another sister and the other sister says the same. Trust me, this guy will come back and sit in his living room and start talking to Nehiri.
And trying to fix it. Yeah.
And trying to fix it. But Sebema about now you know what they said we be a name I started the manner. One we are fin. Continue.
No correct.
You are just wasting your time because Bema be with you like this for years. You can be in that relationship for 15 years without even knowing you've been with him for 15 years. Until 15 years, anytime that the guy leaves your place and he's going back to sleep on it or in person, the wedded wife or even if he comes to you, he'll be looking at his time.
Yeah, because 2 hours.
He knows that he needs to go back home.
Yes. No correct.
Because that is where he belongs. What's Nasa Junisa analyzes and some kitty way. Who say maybe you see a sisters for free.
No correct.
free. They are using you for free. And they are also telling everybody that you are cheap women. When you live a cheap life, you also end up like a cheap woman. Value yourself. Add more value to yourself. Let this man know so you are a woman of quality and not a woman of quantity. Yep.
Intiminia, Nyamin Shirao, God bless you. Thank you so much. Me pesa okoda adiasa. Go do what you've got to do and hit the bed. Yabesa Kasa backstage and we'll organize to come back again and continue this discussion.
Yeah. During the Xmas season, I'll not be working until I would have that time and we can have more live videos during the Xmas season, starting from next week.
Good. I hope you guys have learned something. Help me thank my sister so much for being here. Somebody said to tell you, say you look really amazing. She loves your makeup. MC a friend of mine kunedu. Was in any do makeup no. Contact Adama for her makeup. She'll tell you what she uses and she can fix you up. All right, guys. Have a lovely evening, afternoon, night, wherever you're watching from. Take some of the points that we've raised today and enrich your marriage. God bless you. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye.
Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, Casafa, Abum, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika educate, Munyani, baby, Sika educate. It's like you page, you know, I am vibe. But more than YouTube, ho, subscribe it. Sika educate is the name. All a man them so steady come for inspiration, motivation, Wapomudin, education. Wafranada, when it's ya, or don't come or Ekusika deva. Wafranada, Bema, Jai, or don't come or Ekusika deva. Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, Casafa, Abum, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run.